Welcome everybody to another episode of the CD Sport Podcast with me, Kerry Davis. Joining us today is our new middleweight eternal champion, John Martin Fraser, and his striking coach, Ryan Doyle. How are we, boys?
Good, Kerry. How are you, boy?
I'm not too bad, boys. Doyle, how are you?
Good, mate.
Appreciate you all getting up to speak to me. I know we wanted to go a bit earlier, Doyle, didn't we? But the champ wanted to be a bit later. Couldn't get him out of bed, could we?
Oh. Nah.
No, first of all, boy, how are you feeling after the big weekend?
Yeah, good, boy. Good. Oh, it is. This microphone outside. Yeah, good. All recovered now. My fucking legs are a bit sore, but my eye is a little bit banged up. But other than that, everything's good.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing everyone noticed was the eye afterwards. Like everyone saw the finger poke. Well, it was a few finger pokes, wasn't it, in the fight?
Yeah, it was about three. It was about three within like 5-10 minutes. The first two I felt them, but the refs didn't pick up on it. But like the last one sunk in a little bit. But it was it was a little bit blurry and that. But yeah, once I had a couple of seconds, I just shook it off, and then I just wanted to get the doctor back out there because I knew Kit was started breathing a bit heavy, and I was like, "Fuck off! I need to get back to the fight." He was trying to calm me down. He's like, "Come on," he's like, "Calm down, take a minute. You'll be right now. You need to see out your eye." I'm like, "Fuck the eye, he's fucked. Let me get back into it."
Were you like blind in that eye for that, or could you?
It was just pretty blurry for the rest of the fight, pretty much. But it was like, to be honest, only today and yesterday it's like proper cleared up. But not saying that it was my eyesight is damaged. It was probably just like a bit of blood, or like, you get a bit of pus that goes like a film over your eye. I think that's all it was. Like my eyesight isn't damaged or anything. I've been messaging Roger Clancy like, fuck up. Whenever I get a medical question, if you know a doctor, well, I do anyway. I fucking grill him. So I messaged him yesterday. Actually, I said I was quite asking questions, and I said, do all the boys message you and ask you for fucking medical advice all the time? Because I've adopted you as my fucking out of hours doctor now. And he said, no. He said, no, you're the one and only, pal.
Well, we're quite lucky in our group. We got Keth and Hosford as well, so we got two doctors in our WhatsApp group. Yeah. So we're quite lucky. So, boys, talk us through. Rewind back a few weeks. How was the fight camp for the fight? We can, maybe in the last podcast when we spoke, and you would be saying everything's going good. I know now the fight's over. Was it a smooth training camp for you all, or? We just lost Doily, but anyway.
Just walk off.
Just walk off, boy. Don't worry about me.
Done.
Yeah. Rude bastard.
Yeah, fucking hell, boy. No, so how did the camp go, boys? Like, how did it all go leading up to it?
It's pretty smooth, Doyle, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it's good. No, not too many injuries.
No, it's just the usual amount, really, isn't it? Max is fucking around, is he?
Fuck me, man.
Max is flashing his ass to the camera.
It's all happening here this morning, eh?
Fucking cat and fucking running around the place. No, so it's just usual little niggles through camp, is it?
Yeah. There's always something Doyle in it, but like, I've just had like, you get a couple of problems with like your hips or something like that. My hips get tight, and then I struggle with throwing kicks, and then Doyle adapts things for me and changes stuff up a little bit.
Yeah,
I think little injuries might have, like, I can help us out a bit in spots, because it just allows you to work on something different. You injure your legs, you can work your boxing and whatnot, and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, right. So you could rest your legs or rest the upper body and do other things type thing. Well,
that's exactly what happened, really, wasn't it?
Was it? Yeah.
That was pretty much what happened, didn't it? Like my fucking worried at it. Was it John's always whinging? You're always fucking whinging.
Every time we look at John's Instagram, he's just Snapchat videoing you, Doyle, with your fucking ears tucked in your hat most of the time, when you're training.
I don't even tuck my ears in anymore.
Hey, I've got the same issue by elf ears, you know, they stick out like.
Yeah, but Kay, you got a bit of dignity, but you don't go tucking them in.
No, that's an Aussie thing, innit? Or Kiwi thing, either way.
Oh, I don't get it, man. Fucking people tucking their fucking ears in their hat. They don't get it.
Anyway, let's stop talking about ears and hats. What was the game plan, boys? Talk game plan. You know, what was the plan against Kid Campbell? What were you working on a lot in training, or was it a bit of everything?
You want to give it?
All right. No, I think there was a couple of things. Well, we noticed Kit does a lot, and he did in the fight. We prepared for a lot of different scenarios, because you never know what he's going to do. Like, you never know whether he's going to come out sort of like the way he does, you know, aggressive, or he could have flipped the script and kind of come out and try to take John, try and stay away from his power, sort of thing. So we kind of prepared for both things. But yeah, I think a lot went out the window with that slippery mat. With the slippery mat that in the cage, everyone's coming backstage during the fight and during the fights. They'd come back from their fights and they're carrying on about how the cage is like an ice skating rink. So that sort of made us go, oh shit, we might have to change game plans here. Can't really use footwork.
So what was the game plan? Original.
I think at one stage it was when you're thinking you're gonna take Yano first round, John.
Yeah, well, that was originally it was going to be, because he come, like, if you look at the Summer Kids fights, sometimes he comes out super hot and he comes out guns blazing from word go, you know, and yeah, he fights at a bit of a high pace as well. Like he has in other fights, but then other times he comes out and he's a little bit more hesitant. If you watch the fight with Issy and stuff, but I think that's because he's a wrestler, you know, so he's just like trying to keep him at bay. So just going to move around, see how he's going to go around things and see how he's going to come out and fight. Yeah, I was convinced he was going to come out and try and wrestle me. But I remember Doyle said to me a couple of days before the fight, it might have been a couple of fucking hours. No, the day before it was. He said, I don't know why, I just got a feeling he's going to be attacking your legs, which makes sense really, isn't it? Slow someone that moves around like I do, like just trying to use my footwork and stuff is like a lot like I do. It makes a lot of sense, and then kick the legs and slow him down a bit. But yeah, because like Doyle called it as well earlier on in the camp. He's like, I just don't think he's gonna wrestle you. I think he's gonna be confident to stand and bang with you. You know, like the ego takes over a little bit, which he did, which is good. But I was planning on using a bit of wrestling with him earlier on in the fight, but with that mat being as slippery as it was, it kind of threw that plan out the window as well. You know what I mean? It was it changed everything, especially watching the boys before fucking sliding around on 2 feet and stuff. You know, they were gonna touch a knee to feint the takedown, and the other guy would sprawl and fucking hit the deck. His deck is just slipping everywhere. But fuck, it's just one of those things, isn't it? In reality, they're going out there, you know, like Kyle said when we were going out, he's like, do you care about the cage? And I was like, I'm going, fuck the cage, just go out and fight. So, and we just decided then to stay away. The boys were saying stay away from throwing kicks and fucking maybe not to wrestle, and that's what we ended up doing then.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, it'd be the same for Kit, wouldn't it? You know, you're both in the same boat for the surface.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
he still kept on throwing fucking high kicks, though.
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't fall on his ass.
Yeah, I say, did you expect, so, well, you did say, you really, like, you could see his game plan was to chop your legs, wasn't it? Like, every combo he was throwing, he was finishing with a leg kick, wasn't he?
Yeah, he always starts, like, I think he starts like every fight, doesn't he, Doyle? Like, comes out and throws an inside leg kick and a high kick off the same leg. Doesn't he? Every fight, he pretty much comes out and does that. Yeah. So that didn't surprise me, but then you could see that's all he was throwing was leg kicks. Yeah.
Was anything you didn't? Was it anything you were shocked with him when you were in the cage, John?
Yeah, he hit pretty hard. Like, he hit harder than I thought he would. Put me on my ass in that first round. And actually, it's like a half. If you watch, it's like a half a slip, but he cracked me pretty hard. Like, yeah, he hit a lot harder than I thought he would. That's probably the only thing. But yeah, I don't know what else. What are you laughing at?
I've got animals running around in here now. It's like a farm.
Amity's there licking your balls, you know, under the table. Can you hear
that? You got a dog and a cat, Doyle, have you? Oh, a dog. What was it? A cat earlier on? There you are.
Yeah, there's a cat before.
Yeah, bloody hell. Like Folly Farm there, boy.
Yeah.
No. Put me off track. Put me off track there, boys. You've lost my my thing. Oh, that's it, John. Do you expect Kit to be so mouthy as well?
Oh, look, he was. Do you know? Like, everyone's asked me this. In all honesty, like, he wasn't. The kid was never disrespectful or anything. He just came to fight, boys. You know, I guess, and that's the fact of it. He was like, I actually started the talk between us as we went in the cage. Not like I wasn't saying anything disrespectful. I was just saying, like, let's fucking go. And I was pointing to the floor. But he never said, no, once he ever said anything disrespectful at the weigh-ins. He fucking shook my hand and everything, you know. But he was just there, and he was up for a fight. Like, that's the fact of the matter is, he didn't touch gloves beforehand, which I didn't realize at the time. But yes, but fucking hell, okay, like, I don't give a fuck about shit like that. You know, he's not a bad dude or anything like that. He's just fucking, he's there to fight. You know, like, he did talk shit a little bit, like, halfway through when I hit him with something, and he's like, "Is that all you fucking got?" And, like, threw a jab at me. But and like, after the first round where we were, like, walked up to each other, he kind of what did he say? I think he said, "What the fuck you looking at?" or something. But yeah,
is that what he said to you? Is it?
I think that's what he said. Yeah, because we walked up to each other, and he's like, "What the fuck you looking at?" I think, anyway. I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
Like, I could take one of those questions off. And I was off Fight News Australia. They said, what was being said in between the rounds between you and Kit? They wanted to know. So
yeah, I think that's what he said. I think that's what he said anyway. Yeah. But nah, he wasn't disrespectful or anything. He was just there to fight. You know what I mean? He's a fucking tough boy, and he's a fighter's fighter. You know what I mean? He's not like a sportsman fighter. He's there to fucking have a scrap, like, you know.
Yeah.
Which I think it brought out the best in me as well, like.
And end of the day, like, you know, look at Kamaru Usman, Gilbert Burns, and they were like best mates. They didn't touch gloves, you know what I mean? They looked at each other. It's like, we're gonna fucking fight. It's, I don't know. You can make what you think of it, I suppose, but yeah, didn't touch gloves. But afterwards, you know, you shook hands, and that was it, didn't it? And I think have you both? Did you say good fight to him on Instagram, or he messaged you or something afterwards?
Yeah, I think I said, thanks for the fight, tough cunt, all the best.
Yeah.
I actually messaged him yesterday. He tagged me in something as well. I can't remember what I said. But I messaged him yesterday. Said, if I'm ever down your neck of the woods, it'd be good to meet up for a roll or something like that. You know, there's no fucking animosity, like, you know. I didn't have a chance to speak to him after the fight, so I thought I'd message him and just, like, extend the olive branch, like, you know.
Yeah, he's Melbourne, is he, with Jimmy Crute and that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it'd be good to go down there. It'd be a couple of good boys on there too. You got Jake Matthews as well, haven't you?
Yeah, there's Jake Matthews, Daniel Kelly, is it? I don't know if he's still training now.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know any of them. I don't know any of them boys.
Like you said, it'd be good to what did you say? That was a good line you said, spread the olive branch. I like that one.
Extend the olive branch.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the right fucking saying.
No, it sounded good, Obai, you know. So Doyle, as a coach as well, like, what was being said to John in the corners in between rounds?
I think we're just adapting with, like, rolling with punches sort of thing, like adapting to how the fight was going. at one stage, I think I was a little bit worried about his leg. I wasn't too sure whether John was feeling him or not. There was just one stage where I thought, yeah, so I, whacked the ice on the back of the knee, but really, I think it was in between the second and third round, because Kit was kicking so much. We were thinking, get on the inside of those kicks into boxing range, and it's not going to be so easy to kick your legs. If you're standing at long distance, he's going to be able to chop your legs away and keep moving. But if Johnny gets in his face, he could just use his boxing. And once Johnny started boxing him, we all seen how it went. Johnny just started believing in his dirty boxing, really. And as Kit got tired, and John just kept pressing the pace, it all worked out. But I think we might have mentioned get some of those elbows in too, Johnny?
Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
No, go on.
No, I watched the fight on Spaces, and funny enough, Tasha, his wife, she was like, "I love how John's throwing these elbows," and she noticed it straight away, And you every time he's coming in range, you were throwing these elbows in,
It's all Ryan Doyle and his wife. Elbows have not been my forte, but the last couple of weeks before the fight, they kind of clicked. I wouldn't say they're fucking good, but they've, they're not as bad as what they were. I've just been, whenever I throw elbows in the past, I've been fucking falling over myself and just looking like an absolute cunt. But they tidied up a little bit before the last couple of weeks. I was quite happy to land them.
The Muay Thai wizardry of Ryan Doyle with the elbows, and even when, Doyle said, when me watching as a fan, when you were doing the dirty boxing, in fact, you were landing that uppercut so many times, he
had a fucking steel beard at him too, did he? Fair play. I thought I cracked him fairly hard, but he didn't seem fazed by it at all.
You didn't apart from the third and fourth where he tired and stuff, but do you feel like any punches rocked him at all? No, in the fight. Nothing.
No, I don't think so. Would you reckon, Dave?
If any punches rocked him?
Yeah, I don't think he's rocked by anything.
There was no times he's seen his legs go or anything.
No, not at all. What's that?
You can hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Oh, misses.
Yeah, no.
They can hear you.
But sorry, Jed. What was it? No, I didn't think I rocked him at all. I think the body shots. I think he's feeling the body shots, so they were taking his breath away a little bit. But as far as the head, he took him pretty well. But maybe I wasn't hitting him as hard as I thought it was. But he didn't seem fazed by it.
Yeah. No, it's good, boy. I'll you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to get into the fan questions straight away, because there's some good questions for you both about the whole fight. And I think it'll take a bit to get through them. So you answered Fight News Australia. They asked what was said in between rounds, and he was like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" That's quite funny. Didn't expect him to say something like that. But good question. My mate Gareth Carlin, he said, "How different is it training for How different was it training for this fight to others? This one being a 5-round championship fight compared to your 3-round fights."
Yeah, I'd say it's fairly different. It's just fucking harder all around there. It's just more of a slog. You know what I mean? It's even doing 5-5s on pads. Doyle loading pads for me to do 5-5s. It just fucks you. You know what I mean? And you're trying to. I find, you smash your body in training and whether it's wrestling, striking, fucking jiu-jitsu, everything, right? But it's when you're doing a 5-round, the difficult part for me was finding your training management, because you got to fit in your boxing, your kickboxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, wall wrestling, your cardio, your strength and conditioning. So when it's just hard not to fuck yourself completely in the morning. So then you're half decent in the night. But then sometimes you wake up in the morning, you feel good. You'll have 2 or 3 days where you kill it. you're fucked for another couple of days, and you're flagging. So that was the hard bit for me, getting it. So I was like managing my time better. But like, you know, like I had to change a couple of things halfway through the week because I was doing like hard wrestling rounds on a Wednesday night. But then I had what was I doing? Tuesday night we were meant to be doing 5-5s on the pads. Then Wednesday night I'd be doing like hard wrestling. Then Thursday morning I'd be doing like 6 6-minute rounds with someone fresh coming in, like MMA sparring every 3 minutes. So like managing my time was the hardest part, and obviously like just doing more rounds everywhere, you know. But yeah, so it's a little bit harder, like, you know, just harder on the body and stuff. But I was very fortunate for this one. I've had like a couple of guys sponsor me with like LT Rendering, and Matt Elliott has sponsored me a lot, which for the last 4 weeks I was lucky enough to take myself out of work so I could just focus completely on training and recovery. And I think that made worlds of difference, like, you know.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Like,
sorry, it was a bit of a long-winded answer, that was.
No, like I say, that would make a like, I don't know, say you do a 8 to 10 hour day, taking that out of work, take that out of the equation, and, you know, you got a lot more recovery, and, you know, obviously you can do a bit more training, but I think recovery is just as important as well, isn't it, John? You know?
Yeah.
Doyley, anything to add to that about his training? Training for a big camp, 5-round fight?
Not really. Like the 5 rounds, you just got to extend the camp out a little bit longer. Probably the one it was good. I think this fight was booked out. Like, well, it was we had about 12 weeks, eh?
Yeah,
like,
I think so.
So it was good having a bit of notice, so John could get stuck into his camp early, and he had plenty of time to get fit. Yeah, no, John works hard, so
yeah, no, good stuff.
Yeah, I knew he'd be fit enough.
That's a good one. Which question shall I go to next? Oh, while we're on working hard, then I'll go to Chris Williams, Pies by. Keen to know about the general conditioning you did before the fight. John's gas tank looked very impressive. So I think he just wants to, did you do anything different for strength and conditioning, fitness wise? Because, you know.
Yeah, like, to be honest, I didn't run at all before this camp. I was just from like an old injury where running flares my hips up on my knees, so I didn't run at all for this camp. But I made up for it with just by doing the 5-5s on the pads, like hitting pads. Doyley works you pretty hard on the pads. Doing the sparring sessions on the Thursday morning. Like I said, I'd have 6-minute rounds when we actually fight 5, and I'd have someone fresh every 3 minutes. So I'd have, like, say, Dave Martinez, who just absolutely drains my soul when I'm sparring him sometimes, because he just puts like mad pressure on me, like wrestles fuck out of me, and wrestling just drains you, you know. And then Kyle was sparring with me as well straight after. So then Kyle would be standing with me for the second half of the round, and he'd have to do 6 of them. But then sometimes I'd have Lonnie from Brisbane and Aaron, they'd be up for their sparring, and they'd be jumping in on it as well. So you'd constantly have fresh bodies, you know. But other than that, though, I did a lot of like ski erg sessions and salt bike sessions, and like just pushing yourself as hard as you can for the duration of 5 minutes, and try and work it so that I do like 10 rounds do 20 seconds as hard as you can go on the bike, 10 seconds rest, and do that for the duration of a 5 minute, like a 5 minute round, minute rest. Onto the ski erg, do the same on the ski erg, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, as hard as you can. You know, it's not like you can't coast in it. You got to attack every 20 seconds. And then just like minute in between and just alternate between the two. So that's something that I was doing a lot of. And then just general pushing yourself in training and trying to do that extra round and stuff, you know?
Yeah. That, what did you call it? The ski what?
Ski erg, I think it's called, is it?
I've never had a go, but what I've heard and seen, they look fucking horrendous. Those
lung burners, the bike's the worst. So the bike just fucking, the bike takes a little bit of happiness away from you, does.
Doyley, do you get involved in these with him or what?
Nah.
Nah. Doyley just puts the mitts on. He's just like, the big body suit as well. That's funny. No, that's good. Bye. Next question, Matthew Jeffries. I think this is just not so much your fight, I think, in general, this one, but what goes through your head when you're taken down and on your back? So I think he means then, is it like, are you thinking a shuffle to the side of the cage? Are you looking for submissions off your back? Are you aware of the clock to see what part of the round you're taken down? He just wants to know what's the thought process behind it when you're down.
I'm not aware of the clock at all, unless someone shouts the time at me. I don't have a clue what the clock is. But it's all situational. It depends where you are in the cage. If I feel like it's a submission or open to you, like in the first round, I was kind of looking for a Kimura with hit at one point, but I could use corner right by my head telling me that he's that he's looking for the Kimura kit. So then I just wait and listen for instruction from the corner then. And like unless I see something straight away for myself to get up or to attack a submission, it's kind of all situational. But then just generally listen to the corner and kind of go off the advice there, which Ryan Dunstan was shouting out to get back to my feet.
And you can you pretty much always hear your corner when you're on the ground? Yeah, always.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like friends and stuff ask, "Oh, could you hear a shouting and stuff?" But like you can, but you just can't. You just hear you tend to hear like the voices in the corner giving you instruction, like, you know.
Apart from Scotty Jones,
I could hear Scotty Jones that time. Yeah. Oh, fucking Doyle, honestly, right? Yeah. My first professional fight, Scotty Carey's mate my mate as well from Melbourne. He was fucking hammered. And he was standing right by the cage, right behind me, and all I could hear is John. He's got like a bit of a Bristol accent. I won't try and do one. He's like, John, stop fucking around and fucking knock him out. And he was dead serious. He was like thinking that I was just like taking my time here now, and in the middle of a fight. And I remember I was like, I got eye poked in the center of it, and he was in the middle of it. And he was right behind me by the cage, like, fucking right, stop fucking around and fucking knock him out. Get out of there. I felt like turning around and saying, shut the fuck up, will you? I told him after the fight, I said, if I'd lost that fight, I would have fucking slapped you after it.
Yeah. It echoed in the arena too, didn't it? Because he was hammered.
So funny.
Oh, fucking hell. Next question. Give him a shout out to Javaia Croft. He actually fought on the weekend and won a fucking tough fight, didn't he? 3-round fight. So shout out to Javaia Croft. He's got a question for you both. Johnny first then. What's your step-by-step fight week weight cut and why distilled water?
What's the step by step? So right, so I do about 10 I try and build up to like 10 liters a day. Start off for about 7 to 8 and build up to 10 for the last 3 days before the weigh-ins. I cut my carbs and my salt out of my diet for about 3 days out, like completely. I try and eat about 30 grams of carbohydrates a day for the last 3 days. I take salt out of my diet. I keep my calories the same as they've been for the majority of the camp, but just replace it by like fats, like things like almond butter, but I more conscious for the last 2 days before the weigh-in. It's more about like the weight of the food that's actually going in your body, you know, less so much than the calorie content. So I just keep like small, like calorie dense foods, but small foods then. So like yeah, and then like about 16 hours out, I'll cut my water. As far as distilled water goes, this isn't why I do it. I literally buy boxes of distilled water purely because they come in 10-liter packages, and I know how much I'm drinking every day. It's hard to keep track sometimes. But apparently someone told me that it's good for flushing the salt out of your body as well. So there's a little plus there. Yeah, and then I wake up on weigh-in day, and your body keeps on pissing. I think it affects your hormone aldosterone, so your body doesn't retain water. you flush out the water. I woke up this fight camp. I think I was 2 kilos off weight, so it was like a relatively small cut. And then I do 20 minutes in the sauna, 5 minutes out, 15 in, 5 minutes out, 15 in, 5 out. And I did that for a couple of times. It took me about an hour, which wasn't a bad cut. And I was on weight. That's pretty much it.
So pretty, I know weight cut isn't easy, but pretty good then.
Oh, it's fucking miserable. No matter how easy a smaller cut is, it's fucking miserable. But it's, that was like a relatively easy one.
How much?
And well done to Javaya for the weekend as well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. How much do you weigh the start of the week before the week of?
This week I was 90 kilos Saturday before. I was 90 kilos the Saturday before, and I woke up on weight. I woke up 2 kilos off by the Friday morning.
That's fucking mad.
Just by cutting the salts and like water loading and everything like that. Everything I just explained.
How much did you weigh before going in the cage?
Not before going in the cage, but I weighed waking up in the morning of the fight. But you got to remember, there's a certain amount of food that's in your body after like refeeding. But I was 90.8 kilos the morning of the fight.
90.8.
So put 6.8 on.
Yeah.
Which is about a stone and a bit.
Yeah. That's something mad, that is. Yeah, I was wondering how much you'd be weighing coming the cage day. I'm going on my phone now because I got a message off Di Evan. Do you know Di, John? From Ponty, is he?
Yeah. You know Di Guns, man.
Yeah, I know, yeah. But trying to find his message. You got a good question, but where is it? Right. Excuse my reading. It's not the best. So I suppose both you can give an answer to this. So ready? The body work seemed to slow Kit down massively, hitting the body with lovely boxing, knees from the top half guard. Those knees to the body that John was landing from the top half guard is something you don't see too often, and they look super effective. Are they something that you worked in on training, or was it a spur of the moment thing? Also, John's superior boxing was a big part of his success. Again, was this part of the game plan, or did he adapt in there because he was landing? Do you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Do you want to go ahead, Doyle?
Yeah. All right.
So I think pretty much was the boxing the game plan, and I think he means when you were on the ground throwing the knees, isn't it? Before you finished him. Yeah.
The boxing wasn't necessarily the game plan. Like, it wasn't to just box him, but I think as the fight went on, we realized that John's boxing was going to win, because it was going to win him the fight. So but we did at the very start of camp, we noticed that Kit, when you approach Kit, he brings his hands high to protect the head, obviously, and opens himself up to the body. So we brought in a couple of combinations for the body. And then, Johnny just was doing them, and they were working, and he stuck with it, just hit the body and slow him down. I think that might have been a big part of his gas tank as well. The body rips was slowing him down a lot.
Yeah, definitely.
With the knee on the ground, I'll pass that one over to Johnny.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like I with the knees and stuff. I honestly don't know how effective it was. Obviously, because he was pretty like spent at the time, so I'm not really sure like if they were hurting him then. But it was just like it was just literally to drop his hand a little bit so I could land a shot. But like, the shots I was putting in at the end were more just peppering him, to be honest. It wasn't like fight stopping shots at all. But like as far as the knees goes, I think we do them in training. I think that's something that Dunstan's been having me do. I think like Kyle's had me do it in the past as well, but it's more recent memory. I remember, and we've done it in training, and it was just to drop his hand a touch, just so I could land a left hand in. But I think that's something we do a little bit in training, but it's not something. It's hard to practice things like knees like that, but like you just place them in training, obviously. But Yeah, I hope that answers it.
Yeah, I think as well. I think as well as like a viewer or fan, you doing that like you to a judge, you're active as well, even if it's not doing damage to him. Like if I can throw knees to the body like constantly, and you're just being like a pest, really, knees to the body, hits to the head, knees to the body. So yeah, it's definitely good, I think. In fact, Doyle, sorry, boy, the lap of Travaia Croft, I went straight to John again then, but he asked as well. How did you adjust from Muay Thai coaching to MMA, and what are the biggest differences, and how long did it take to get comfortable to be MMA coach?
The comfortable part, that took a little while. That was probably that. That was like just being so used to holding pads for Muay Thai fighters and like traditional sort of Muay Thai fighters, and then going from that to holding pads for John and Glenn. Glenn at the time, that was pretty wild. I just never knew what was going to come. I was like, I just say,
with Glenn.
Well, both ears. No, I just but the adapting to the range, like it's a whole different range. Like with Muay Thai, you can sort of stand in front of each other. You got the small gloves and stuff. But then with the MMA, you got to just control that range a little bit better. So it didn't take long to adjust. You just, you got to adapt and learn as quick as you can, sort of thing, to try and help the boys out.
So from a Muay Thai fighter to an MMA, the range is a big difference, is it, for striking?
Huge.
Is it? Yeah.
Well, if you watch a Muay Thai fight, like a lot of the time you'll see Thai fighters will just, especially Muay Thai, not so much kickboxing, but Muay Thai, you'll see a Thai fighter like not move. Like you'll see a Thai fighter just stand there, let you get a combination off, you'll block it, and then just return back.
Yeah.
And then, then if worse comes worse, they just enter into the Thai clinch, and then start kneeing the shit out of each other. So, like, you can't just do that in MMA. Like, you stand there and do that against a wrestler.
Yeah,
you're just going to on your back every time.
And
now and the glove sizes make a difference as well, don't they, I suppose?
Huge.
Yeah.
Like hand combinations and that, like they're good for any fighting sport. But I think with MMA, just not with having those little gloves and not having much padding, it just opens up a lot more with angles and whatnot when you're coming up with combinations.
Yeah.
One thing I will say as well is, like, like whenever sorry, Kerr. Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say now. Fuck, it's gone. Butterfly goes past, gone. Nah, fuck it, it's gone. No, that's it.
Yeah,
nah, it's gone. Never mind, it's gone. Fuck it, carry on going.
You sure? You sure it's gone?
Guinea pig just run past now. It's fucking distracting me. She's pregnant. She gets me worried about it, man.
No, like you said, with Muay Thai, like they really light on their front foot, don't they? And like they just constantly bouncing like their front foot. But obviously in MMA, like you said, you are you're watching the takedowns, you're fucking watching everything, aren't you? So,
and that's part of it too. Like with your Muay Thai, like if you're light on your front foot, it means you're heavy on your back foot. So like usually if you're light on your front foot, so you're gonna you're in that sort of defensive checking sort of stance. That means usually your heel's on the ground. Your back foot of your heel with your back foot is on the ground, which means like if you were to try and if someone tries to shoot on you for you to try and escape or like sprawl, it's gonna be really hard for you because you're not on your toes.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah,
I know what I was going to say now. I just remembered. Like one thing I will say is, well, like obviously Doyle coming from a traditional Muay Thai background and like fighting for as long as he did and coaching obviously Muay Thai and stuff before coming to MMA. Like not once has he ever just dug his heels in and tried to just teach me traditional Muay Thai. He's always adapted it to MMA. You know what I mean? He's always like fucking, studying shit and that, and it shows, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. You can see that. And like you said, I bet you do get a lot of, say, Muay Thai fighters coming over to MMA and they'd be like, right, you're going to fight like this, John, and then trying to change.
Of course,
you.
yeah,
But,
of course. And it's never been like that. It's always been like, obviously looking for, because my like MMA is just good at styling itself and even with the striking. But I think he incorporates stuff really well.
Yeah. Top man, Doyle, the man. Which question?
But he has got the biggest years in the Sunshine Course.
That's the only thing. Fucking hell, a lot of questions, yeah.
Sorry, but I couldn't suck your dick too much then.
There's a neg, like, backhanded compliment. I'll go to my brother next then, Vaughn. If you're not snapped up by any of the big boys like UFC, Bellator, anyone like that, have you got your eye on any opponent in the Eternal rankings?
I don't have a clue. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know.
But you don't want to say, hey, the champ don't call no one out by. I get it, but
no, I don't. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just like, obviously, no. It's just like, yeah, we were having a chat about stuff last night, but fuck, I don't know. It's like only a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
I'll fight anyone. I don't care. I'll fight absolutely anyone.
Yeah, that's good. Do you know any like good middleweights in Australia, New Zealand on top of your head? Maybe not Eternal, but is there any like middleweights out there? Top of your head?
Yeah, fuck yeah. There's loads out there. Obviously, like one of the best has probably just been fucking picked up.
Yeah.
He was like, Issy was the one that I wanted to fight the most. And like same as always, I got fucking nothing against the dude. I just really want to fight him because he was, he's probably one of the best in Australia. Just fucking solid opponent. Obviously, he's been signed by the UFC, but I really wanted to fight him. And we were matched up for fucking, for 3 different dates and stuff. So it's a bit of a heartbreak and not being able to fight him. Yeah, he's probably the one that I want to fight the most, but obviously he's not on the scene anymore.
Yeah.
Who'd you say? Izzy,
sorry.
Izzy.
And even
Izzy Fitzcareful.
Izzy Fitzcareful.
I thought you were calling out Stylebender.
Izzy, yeah. And obviously his partners were Jacob Malakun, middleweight, gone to the UFC now. You were matched up with him. That'd be a fucking interesting fight too. I'd like to see that happen.
But, I reckon it would be an interesting fight, to be honest. Yeah. It would be an interesting fight. But I'd love to fight this year.
Yeah.
I'd really like to fight this year.
Well, could be one on the cards now, but could happen,
Yeah,
right.
Maybe.
Next question. Nick Shaw. After a fight, do you have any downtime? If so, what do the weeks after a fight look like before you go back training? Like, what are your favorite recovery methods?
So about a kilo and a half chocolate, and a couple of packets of crisps. No, in all seriousness, I don't know, after the fight, you'll have, usually I just go straight home. I don't like hanging around and having a drink and stuff, but like, I was lucky enough to have a couple of people coming on and watch and stuff last time, this fight and stuff. So I just wanted to chill out with everyone, have a pint with them and have a chat and everything. And obviously I'll spend some time with like Doyle, Kyle and having a drink and shit. But the week after, just let my hair down for a couple of days, eating the foods that I've missed, and just like have a couple of days off training. I'm gonna go into the gym. I'm gonna go down to Ignite tonight and just see everybody. I'll be back in with Doyle tomorrow. And yeah, just take it easy. Just do the things that I enjoy for this week now. And I'll probably, my legs have been a little bit banged up. Well, one of them has. So just like taking a bit of rest on the legs for this week. But yeah, just get back to normality. Eating today now, and I just got to keep my weight down and stay fit in case I get a fight opportunity come up last minute or something. And someone says, "Do you want to fight so and so?" and I'll fucking be able to jump at it, and I'm not like too far off weight to take the fight, no?
Yeah, so pretty much you're gonna chill out, but you're gonna be staying fit.
Yeah. Oh, and like I go to the TLC recovery room as well. I'll probably be going down there later on today. Just to get sauna and ice bath or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's about it really.
What will you have him doing, Doyle? Like this week, will you just have him hitting mitts, chilled out? You won't be blasting him, will you? Nah, just chill.
Nah. I just like after like for a couple of weeks after a fight, just let the boys do what they want.
Yeah.
You know, enjoy life. You know, you spend so much time working so hard leading up to fights. Like, if you don't find a balance after a fight of just going and enjoying yourself a bit, you know, you just get sick of the sport. So I try and encourage the boys to take a week or two or whatever you feel like you need, and just don't run away for too long, sort of thing.
Yeah. Come back massive, like, because it's too much.
Boys, I'll be back in a second. I just go for a piss.
Oh, fuck you, bye. I got a good next question for you as well.
You wouldn't last on Rogan.
I know. What are we? We're only on 45 minutes. You probably can't hear me now, but the next one is Jordan Scouse. Obviously, the people don't know, John had fight of the night as well on Saturday.
Yeah.
So we had an extra, what was it, $1,000 Doyle, was it? $1,000 cash or whatever it is. And Jordan Scouse has asked, how much of your fight of the night bonus did you spend on chocolates and crisps? It's quite funny because he literally just said that now, didn't he?
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh, I just had a lot of chocolates and crisps." So
yeah.
I saw his Instagram. He was, what's that?
I reckon you spend about half of it.
It's like $500. I saw his Instagram. He was in was it like a British chocolate store? Is it one up by you or something? On Gold Coast?
Yeah. He would have dropped some coin in there.
Yeah, as I was thinking, and it was all like, because it's all different chocolate. You can get like the main Mars bars and Twixes and stuff, like in Australia and UK, but there's a lot of stuff you can't get in Australia, as it vice versa, you know.
We have the same sort of thing. There's one on Nickel Way. There's a like a New Zealand shop.
Yeah,
you can get a lot of New Zealand because there's a lot of stuff in New Zealand as well. It's the same way, like a lot of stuff in New Zealand.
Sorry, guys.
You can't.
No, you're right, John.
Yeah, that's funny because what's that food? Oh, all the Kiwis rave about it. Fuck, it's like a treat. I don't know if it's a drink or not. Fuck, I could be always thinking of it, but I remember my Kiwi mates always used to talk about this fucking drink. And
LMP.
That's it. Yes, it is LMP. That's the one.
Lemon and powder.
Yeah, they fucking love it, don't they? The Kiwis, like.
Yeah.
But
I fucking love it.
You can't get it over there, can you?
Yeah, you can now.
Oh, you can.
Not everywhere, but yeah, you can.
Well, I'll ask John the question now then. Jordan Scouse has messaged me.
Yeah.
How much of your fight of the night bonus did you spend on chocolates and crisps?
Fucking that, right? Can I just fucking level something off here now? Aussies, right? I don't make sandwiches out of fucking like putting chocolate in the center and 2 crisps in the top. Right? I enjoy eating chocolates. I enjoy eating crisps. They go well. The salt flavors of chocolate is nice. Fucking Aussies are obsessed with fucking. Hey, Ked, do you eat chocolates and crisps?
Yeah, bloody right I do. I love it.
Fucking Geordie. About 50. To answer the question, I reckon about 50% of it.
Yeah, about $500.
That's what we get.
Of it went on. Yeah, no. Do you know what I did? I stopped. There's a British shop on the way back from the Gold Coast, and loose. How much money do we spend in the British shop? God, how much you spend? I think it was like $157, isn't it? I think it was. And we went there. And we went down there for Lucy's birthday as well, like 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, I'm done to the British shop. I didn't take it to the British shop for a birthday. No, we went to the Gold Coast for like a nice weekend and just chilled out and had food and fucking, and we passed it on the way back. Like, fuck, let's go check this shit out. No, we haven't been to one before. And like shit in like Jammy Dodgers, fucking, like the vinegar they have in the UK, but they don't have it in the chip shops out here.
No, yeah.
Because the chip shops are shit. So we got a good vinegar and like some Jammy Dodgers, custard creams, some old favourites, some black pudding. So I stopped on the way back. I'm like, oh, we'll get this fucking monster munch. And we went and spent about $157. But I haven't eaten it yet. Not all of it, no.
Not all of it. Just like 2/3 of it, but not all of it.
Every time I pass the fridge, I get a piece of Terry's chocolate orange. Like.
To be honest, but I weren't really expecting an answer of that, but you did well. $157. There we are.
Yeah.
And
fucking hell.
The last question, and I've had a lot of messages of this question. So pretty much the question is: now you're the champ. When will you be called up to the UFC? Will you need to do any title defenses first? And I've had a lot of messages saying that, so I can't really shout out every person. So, but yeah.
I have no fucking idea. It could like, hey, if all goes well, it could be 1 fight time. It could be in fucking 20 fights time. I have no idea. It's all like I honestly, like I have a couple of people who asked me that as well. I have no idea. Like it's I don't even know if it's a possibility. It's all I'm doing is just fucking winning fights and focusing on the next fight they got in front of me, and that's all that really matters. That's all I can do in it. I don't know. It could happen in 1 fight time. It could happen in 20 fights time. I don't know. Yeah. But I'll fucking take the opportunity with both hands though when it does come.
Could be like a pull out, a phone call, anything like you said, isn't it? It's
hopefully, yeah. Hopefully they match me up with a seafood careful in it. That'd be fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I would. Funny enough, one of the Ben Davis from Ponty's, he was one of the person who asked me about it, and he said he mentioned, because I said I'm not sure about defending the title, and he seems to think that Izzy Fiti, how do you say his last name? Sorry, Izzy.
Izzy Fiti careful.
Yeah, he didn't. He won the belt, but he didn't defend it.
Oh yeah, he won it. He defended it a couple of times, style, did he?
In the turnout?
He defended it against Kit.
Just once?
I think so. I think it was just his one title defense was against Kit.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And obviously, you went to
UFC. That's what they said on the. That's what they said on that little promo.
Yeah, right on.
Before it went out.
Yeah. So he had one defense, and he was into the UFC. Well, there we are. Like you said, there's your answer. You don't know. No one knows it. It's one of them things, and like you said, if something comes up, I know you'll be there to take it with both hands, boy. So that's good.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Talking to UFC, we'll briefly talk about this weekend, shall we, as well? Because I know Doyley's actually moving house today, anyhow. So we haven't really got that much time left. Probably only got about 10 minutes, have we?
I can still talk to you, Ked. Don't worry, but keep it company.
You'll just see the removalist carrying Doyley out, like with a bloody on the couch. You know what I mean?
You'll have a fucking right hook from Jen now. Hurry up.
Hurry up, we gotta go.
Yeah. He's stomping a funny.
She can't hear me, can she?
In the background, like. No, we'll obviously big card, boys. The big boys are fighting UFC 260. Old Stipe Miocic, Francis Ngannou. I'll go to Doyley first. What do you reckon? Stipe is the champion. So what I'll ask is, what's Francis going to do to beat Stipe, really, apart from knock him out?
I think that's his only way he can win.
First round as well. It's got to be in the first, is it?
First two. I just don't think that. Sorry, I just got distracted. I don't think Ngannou's really improved that much. Like if you watch his live, he has improved. He's probably improved, but I just don't know if none of his fights haven't shown that he has. His fights have just shown that he's the same old Ngannou with brilliant knockout power, and you haven't seen you haven't seen him with like crisp technique or anything with his striking, like the way he knocked out Rosenstruck. Like, he's just came in throwing fucking 300 punches and caught him with one.
It's pretty fucking messy, wasn't it?
Yeah. And if he he's got that, of course he can knock Stipe out, but I think Stipe gets a bit disrespected. He's an underdog again.
He's not.
He is, yeah.
He is.
Fucking hell, man.
He's
literally on paper. He's the greatest heavyweight ever lived, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, how can you fucking overlook the guy? Like,
he's my favorite. Well, at least top 3 favorite fighter, Stipe. I love what he's about, and I just like his fighting style too. He's good stand up, good wrestler. He's just an all rounder, isn't he? If the fight needs to go to the ground, he'll take it to the ground, but he can knock you out as well. But like you said, Doyle, with Ngannou, he's knocked out JDS, he's knocked out Rosenstruck, he's knocked out Velasquez, Overeem, Curtis Blades. They've all been round 1, haven't they? Like, we haven't really seen him past it, apart from Derek Lewis and Stipe, and he lost those two, didn't he? But
I think the plan will just be to try and extend him out again. Get him into that second, third round and let him gas himself, carrying that big 265 pound frame.
Yeah, big guy.
I don't think he can even be that big and have cardio. That's why Stipe runs around at 240, and same as DC and Cain Velasquez, they all sit around 240.
Yeah, I agree. What's
your
Ngannou?
I think Doyley's spot on. I think I'd like to see Stipe take it because he does get overlooked. And to be honest, right, in a world full of fucking Conor McGregors with the shit talking and all the frills that come with the sport, he's a rare fighter that's left there now, that's at the top that he doesn't need to fucking shout his mouth off, and he's just a fucking bad man, like, you know what I mean? He's just a hard man, and he's a phenomenal fighter. I'd like to see him do it, but there is that part of me that thinks that I think Francis is going to be a little bit smarter, or he's going to go in there fighting scared, not want to get tired. So I don't know. If he goes in there and fights like he did with Rosenstruck, I think he'll punch himself out quick. Is it Rosenstruck? It was Rosenstruck, isn't it?
Yeah.
He'll punch himself out quick. I think it's going to be hard for Stipe to fucking try and wrestle him early on in the fight. He's going to have to do it when he's tired, because I'd imagine he'd just be fucking too big, too strong, unless he catches him overextending on punches to take him down, He's a fucking scary dude, no? He's a scary dude, isn't he? He is. He barely touches people and he fucking puts them to sleep.
That's the other thing.
Never seen. Go on.
I don't think I sit on the edge of my chair more when I watch Ngannou. I'm almost falling off my chair watching the fucking fight. I'm that far on the edge.
Yeah. It's fucking insane. Insane that he carries that much power, like.
And just like I read out the people he's knocked out too, apart from Overeem, all those punches he threw, they weren't even flush. They were he just grazes people and knocks them out, That's what it looks like.
Yeah, the Curtis Blades one was like that as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Barely touched him.
JDS, it's scary. Who would you boys prefer then? John Jones fight? What would you rather watch? Because John Jones is going to get the winner, isn't he?
What's that?
John Jones is definitely getting the winner. That's what Dana's saying. Who would you prefer to watch?
Do you reckon, Doyle?
I don't know. I want to see both. But for the GOAT status, I'd love to see Stipe, John.
Yeah. Francis is a bad fight for anybody, anytime.
You'd love to see if John can get away from those hands, eh?
Yeah.
I'd love to see if Ngannou could catch John. Just like any Ngannou fight, hey.
John does get hit too, doesn't he? He does get hit Thiago Santos was catching him, wasn't he? And Reyes was catching him. So it's one of them things, isn't it? It'll just be interesting seeing John Jones in the heavyweight division, because he's looking massive now, isn't he? He's very thick old set, like.
And the thing with John as well, he's been that good for so long that he's got that Mayweather effect where people are just waiting to see, oh, this person's going to beat him, you know. But like, reality is, he's, no matter if he does lose a fight now, he's always going to be known as the greatest has ever been. I think
Definitely.
Like I know we say Khabib and stuff. Khabib's fighting style is so overwhelming. He's dominated everyone, but like reality, I think don't think there's anyone that comes close to the skills that John's got on the planet. Like, you know.
No, I agree. Yeah,
but
he's got it all. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I see John beating Stipe every day of the week, though. But that's probably the most interesting fight. But Ngannou, I think Ngannou's a bad fight for anybody on any given day, because he's that anyone that carries that much power and stuff is just fucking, yeah, it's a bad fight for anybody. What do you reckon, Kerr? What do you think?
what do I think? Well, I'm going to be biased because like I said, I'm a Stipe is one of my favorite fighters, so I'm always going to vote for Stipe. I don't know. I just think Stipe is going to be. I just think he's going to be smarter than Ngannou. He's not going to get. I don't know. He's not going to get caught in a fist fight with him, and I personally think it's going to be the same outcome as the first fight. I do. But yeah, maybe that's me being biased because that's what I want to happen. But yeah, that's what I think. And yeah, I don't know. Like, you hear a lot of people as well. I don't know if you boys could answer this as well. People say, you know, when Stipe got knocked out through Daniel Cormier.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying, oh, you wouldn't have got knocked out with that punch if you didn't have a war with Ngannou in his last fight because he got caught with big shots. Have you heard a lot of people say that?
I don't agree with that. I think that was just a shot that he did not see coming, and yeah. What do you think, Doyle? Do you think that could have affected him? Because I don't think he got hit that clean as Ngannou.
No, I mean it could have, but
yeah,
it's one of those things that you can speculate, but
yeah,
you never know. I think you could just, like, instead of doing that, I'd rather just give DC the nod, and you know, DC caught him with a good shot, and that was DC. It had nothing to do with Ngannou.
Yeah, it was a fucking good shot, wasn't it? Straight from the clinch, bang, out she goes. But
and it was well trained too. He knew that Stipe at the time, he would, whenever they would clinch up, he would drop his hands on the break.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he said that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Obviously, it was meant to be another title fight, wasn't it? You had Volkanovski versus Ortega, but Volkanovski tested positive for COVID, unfortunately. He's still actually in Vegas, isn't he? He's in Vegas, but yeah, fucking got to do with that too, boy.
Got to do that one.
He did everything right too, didn't he? Like, got tested. He was negative leaving Australia, got to Las Vegas, did the test, and fucking positive. So hopefully he stays in Vegas and maybe they could make it happen. I don't know, soon. I don't know, but yeah.
I hope so. That's a hell of a fight, that is.
I hope they don't send him back. Like coming back, especially like Brad Riddell as well. Like he obviously his fight cancelled too. So like for them to come back, like they've got to go through the whole quarantine shit. And hey, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you, boys.
Oh, fuck.
I don't care. Happy moving, Doyle. Happy moving, bye.
Before I go, have you been hanging out with Carl yesterday, John?
Me?
Yeah.
Yesterday? Yeah, I went to a coffee with him, was I?
No, I just noticed you got your shirt off.
All right.
Doyle, he's under 95 kilos, by that's why, isn't he? Anytime he's under 95. Doesn't have his top on.
Listen, I guess this is quite a lot, right? You and fucking Kyle. Hey, I've been a fat man all my life, right? So as soon as I'm not a fat man, for the fucking my abs are like Santa Claus. They only come out once a year, right? So when they do, I'm naked half the time, right?
No, I thought Carl.
Fuck! He's got his fucking shirt off 365 days a year, by.
Yeah. Any
winter and his tiny nipples.
Do you remember in UFC Melbourne, boy? We went to meet Kyle in the casino, and he's walking around with his top off around the city centre.
yeah.
Straight face, like, yeah. I was like, there he is. He's just top off, like, around the city. Rig out.
Aye, never boy.
Right,
All right, oh boy.
All right, John, we'll just run through a couple of fights after Doyle goes. But yeah, thanks for coming on, Doyle, boy. Appreciate that. Fucking hour and 5 minutes as well. It's gone quick. Happy moving.
I've got
See you later.
Vicente Luque and Sean O'Malley.
Oh, there we are. Those are the fights I want to talk to John about. Right.
Hey, boy.
Ta-ra,
Nice,
bye.
boy. See you soon. Ta-ra, bye.
I've never had someone leave a call, bye. I don't know what's going to happen here.
I don't want to get out of it.
Oh, fuck. Be
Stop
awkward.
video.
Yeah, he's gone now.
There he goes.
There we are.
What's happening?
We'll just do it like this, bye. What are we on about? Oh, yeah. We'll talk about, what did he say? Vicente Luque and Tyron Woodley. What do you think of that one?
Vicente, I reckon.
You're a fucking beast, bye, isn't he?
Yeah, I reckon. I don't know. I don't know. Who the fuck am I to say that? And to say it's about Woodley, but fuck, I just don't think. I think he's like checked out of it. I think maybe.
Oh yeah, you know, you're just saying it as a fan, boy. You know what I mean? It's like, but I got the stats here, which is fucking impressive. Obviously, Tyron Woodley's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's lost to Usman, Burns, and Covington. Fuck, you know, everyone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And do you know what? While we touch on that kind of talk, you see so many. You see so many people, right, talk about fighters and say like Tony Ferguson. Tony Ferguson's lost to fucking Justin Gaethje, right? And then he loses. Oh, sorry. See you later, Liz. See you later. Take your time driving, huh? Not that she's like driving like she's in Tokyo Drift anyway. A bit, man.
Oh,
like take your time driving as if she's doing fucking handbrakes down the street, like. Do you know it drives me fucking nuts, right? Do you know you see like Tony Ferguson lost to Justin Gaethje, and then he lost to a fucking animal of a bloke like Charles Oliveira, right? And you see people writing on Instagram, on Facebook and stuff saying like he's washed up, he should knock it on the head and all this. And the guy's a fucking animal, like, you know what I mean? He's been like blowing through everybody for years. He loses 2 fights to the people at the top. And like you got people who don't fight, don't know much about the sport, saying that he's fucking washed up and that. It's like, fuck you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Yeah. And and you get it across the board all the time. Someone has like 1 bad fight or 2 bad fights, and they're like, oh, they're fucking shit. They knocks. These guys are competing at the fucking top of their game. Like people have no idea how much better these guys are than even the guys at mid tier. Like you know, like to put it in perspective, right? Even like someone like people saying like people Tony Ferguson are fucking washed up. It's, you know what drives me nuts as well? Like you got, sorry, but I've gone on a bit of a rant now. You know, like I don't know if you've seen like the comments that people are making about the Welsh rugby players recently. Like you got the Welsh fans that are commenting on Liam Williams saying, you fucking urchant, you've done this, you fucked up, you did that. And like, don't get me wrong, everybody's entitled to an opinion. I fucking make comments about, you know, I'm entitled to my opinion as well. But to write something like, you fucking urgent, you lost us the Grand Slam. This guy is like one of the best fucking players on the in Wales. Like, and he's representing he's in the world, boy. Yeah, in the fucking world. And these people like have no idea the work and the sacrifices that this dude puts in to fucking be where he is and do what he's doing, what he does. And this goes across the board, not just like fucking Welsh rugby, like fighting, anything. People like go on the internet and fucking write shit about these guys. Like, I think people should shut their fucking mouths sometime. You know, like writing shit like that about a Welsh rugby player who's like, you know, he's doing his absolute fucking best there to play the best of his ability. And he's doing so much better than any of these guys who were commenting could ever even imagine about doing, you know? Like these guys commenting couldn't come close to this guy's level. And they're writing shit like that. It fucking disgusts me, by it drives me nuts. Like, and not like to the point like, oh, you shouldn't say to hurt people's feelings. Like, it's not that. It's just people who saying things who have no fucking right to say it. Like, you know, have no idea what it takes to get to where he is. I just think, and you get it in the rugby clubs as well. You're watching the game, like, you've lost us the Grand Slam. Which means fucking us. Yes, he's representing Wales, but are you Wales? You know, are you the nation of Wales?
Nah,
like this cunt's like putting everything on the line. Like, you know, it just drives me bonkers. Sorry, you're going on a bit of a rant there now.
No, I agree, by like you said, it's the people as well who probably never done any sport in their lives, or they sitting on their couch with a bloody bag of crisps with a bloody pint of Carlin, you know, or smoking a fag. You know,
yeah, exactly. And these guys are the best athletes on the fucking planet. And like, if you ever do your friends talking about fucking players like that in the pub, tell them to shut their fucking mouths because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, and especially don't fucking message and like shit as well. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
That's the fucking worst, man.
It's fucking ridiculous, man. But no, that's what I got to say on that.
No,
what are we talking about again?
No, I'm glad you mentioned that, Robbie. It's definitely, like you said, about, it's not just rugby, it's fucking all sports, isn't it? And like Tyron Woodley,
fighting's even worse.
I'm saying Tyron Woodley's on a 3-fight losing streak, but fuck, he's lost to, that's what I wanted to say, he's lost to fucking the champ Covington, who was fucking a beast, and Burns, who was a beast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's so yeah. Fuck, I wouldn't be surprised if Woodley does knock him out. You know what I mean? It's Luque is a fucking beast too. Vicente Luque, where is it? Fuck. In 14 fights in the UFC, he's only lost 2, and that's to Wonderboy and Leon Edwards. That's how fucking good he is.
That's mad.
Yeah.
That's fucking mad.
And all of his fights as well are finishes, apart from Mike Perry, he had a decision on.
Yeah.
Fucking impressive. I knew he was
good. That's fucking mad.
But, yeah. I didn't expect I didn't know that.
If Woodley comes out and fights like the old Woodley, I think he'll fucking blow through him. But I don't know. I don't like Woodley's been fighting for a long time, and he So I don't know whether he's got something like going on mentally where he's just like he doesn't want to be doing it as much anymore or something, or he's just got a bit of a mental block. I don't know. But do you know what? Like exactly like you said. But it's not just the last couple of fights he's lost; it's the ones that he's won as well. And the Maia fight, you can tell that he's just. But again, you got a guy that's trying to shoot on you and stuff. So like, how can you commit? It's hard to commit hard with the shots. Then, like what the Wonderboy fights, yeah, they were like technical and stuff, but they were very like, they weren't fan pleasers, you know. So like, maybe he's got a bit of a mental block there. Maybe he's just trying to fight too smart, but like, fuck knows, I don't know. But I think if he comes out and commits to his shots and pushes action more, I think he'll blow through that, dude.
Yeah. I listened to a podcast with Bisping, and he made a good point. This is the first time in I don't know how long Woodley's not a main event as well. So his first 3-round fight. So
yeah,
I don't know what that might make a difference.
You might see him
less pressure.
You might see him. Yeah, you might see him come out now and go fucking hell, like just feel like he did before he was a champion stuff. You know, a little bit more hungry and stuff. Or you might feel more pressure again. I don't know.
Yeah. No,
there's so much to it, though, isn't it?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Would if you had $10, if you would put $10 on a fight, who would you put it on?
None, because every single fight I've ever put money on, I had never win any money.
That's true.
I've never won money on a fight ever in my life. Ever. One fight, not one fight. Not like I've lost multis now. I've never won money on one fight to put money on.
That's true.
I'm shit.
When we text about stuff and I might send you my bet and you send me yours and you're like, well, don't listen to me, Kai. I fucking never win. And you don't. You're pretty bad at all bets.
Fucking terrible, boy. Terrible.
And then the one before Woodley, you got the return of Sean O'Malley. Excited for that one, boy? Thomas Almeida, Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, he's always good to watch, O'Malley. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure on that one. He's always good to watch, though. I don't know. Not really sure, boy.
There's talks that that Thomas Almeida, they've like made the matchup so Sean wins, you know.
Right.
But what I was reading, well, to be honest, I'm not going to lie, I don't know a great deal about Thomas Almeida, but he's 22-4, but he was 21-0 coming into the UFC. Do you know what I mean? So he's fucking good. And he was actually picked to get a title, win the title at one stage. But yeah, he's lost. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. But again, he's lost to fucking top boys. He's lost to Cody Garbrandt, Jimmy Rivera, and Rob Font. Fucking good boys. Do you know what I mean? Fucking animal.
Yeah, exactly. See, those 3 losses don't really mean much when you're talking about that, do you?
No, exactly. But I think that'll be a good fight though. I watched some of his highlights, and fuck that. We know Sean O'Malley can bang, but Thomas Almeida can bang as well. He's had a couple of good finishes. And, but yeah, it's a fucking good card all round. And obviously, I'm interested in. You got Khabib's cousin as well fighting. Fuck, I don't want to say his name. I'll probably get it wrong. Abaka.
Let's have a go.
Abu Bakr. I don't know. But he's Nurmagomedov, he is. Khabib's cousin. Yeah, he's 15-3, lost in his UFC debut. But it's always good to see fucking the Dagestanis, fucking the wrestlers, isn't it?
Yeah. The wrestling's fucking phenomenal, boy.
He's a Sambo champion as well himself. So yeah. I always tune in now, like the Makachevs, Khabib's got fucking brothers and cousins fighting everywhere, and Bellator, UFC. Yeah. It's like, fuck, is he the next? And Khabib always talks him up. He goes, honestly, this guy's going to be better than me and stuff. So you're like, let's keep an eye on him.
That Islam's looking pretty fucking good, isn't he? Is it Islam? Yeah. What's his name?
Yeah, Makachev.
Fuck that. Makachev. That's the one. Yeah, Makachev. Yeah. That's what you're talking about then. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, fuck, he's looking phenomenal, boy. Like the wrestling, the pressure of the wrestling and stuff is just like, yeah, like and people who haven't like trained or wrestled with someone that pushes the pace, or even fought with someone that pushes the pace wrestling, it's fucking soul destroying sometimes. Like when someone is so much better than you at wrestling, or you're tired and you get someone fresh coming in as a wrestler, and it's fucking hard, boy. It's super, super fucking hard. Just yeah, it's mad. It's good seeing those wrestlers coming through. I fucking love it.
Yeah. What did you see the Kevin Holland and Brunson fight last weekend?
No, I haven't watched any of the UFC from the weekend yet. I'm actually gonna watch. I'll check it on today.
No,
Holland's a funny fucker, though, isn't he?
Yeah,
like they just been talking to Khabib and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so you know what happened and stuff, and
I don't know what happened in the fight, but like I just seen clips of him like calling Khabib. He's like, "Can I get some wrestling tips with you?" It's funny as fuck, man. He's fighting a dude. I can't remember his name, but he's like, "You sparred with John Jones, right? Sparred with John Jones?" He's just like, so when he's fighting Thiago Santos, he's like, "Dude, you're hurting me. You're hitting me really hard." And he's like, just the entire time doesn't shut up. Like, it's just so funny.
Boy, watch the Brunson fight back. Brenson's on top of him, like in his guard, and he's just talking all the way through. And Brenson's on top of him, punching him. He goes, and he's just talking shit all the way through. He's fucking header, he is.
I wonder if that's just the way he is, or if that's like a nervous reaction that he's got to something on. Like, I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's funny, though.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of it. See, like, watch the fight back and let me know what you think. But like, in between the rounds and stuff, like. Yeah. He weren't taking it serious. Like it was like his corner had no control over him. He was just like the corner weren't even giving him advice. The corner was like letting him talk to Khabib in the crowd, and he was getting quite like smashed. But yeah, it's an interesting topic. But Kevin Holland, I just watched DC and Helwani's podcast. He's actually going to where's fucking Khabib in that train, aka.
To get some wrestling in.
Get some wrestling in, yeah, because that's for the obviously you got that Makachev's there and DC, Khabib.
Yeah.
Fucking
fuck yeah.
Josh Thompson.
But he I can't remember who put a post up saying like, Kevin Holland, I think that's what was it now? Sometimes people act like they don't give a fuck, so it makes it look like they don't care about losing or something. I can't remember. I think it was Teddy Atlas put a post up. Check it out.
No, I don't know. I could say he was on such a tear. He was on like he fought like 5 times last year, didn't he? And won them all.
5 fights, yeah.
But no, he is a cool cat. I do like him, but I don't know. I just didn't know what to make of him, especially in between the rounds. It was, to me, it kind of looked a bit disrespectful to his corner because he just didn't. Yeah, he didn't listen to him. He was just talking to Khabib and. He's like, yo,
especially
Khabib.
You fucking losing, man.
Yeah. And Khabib said something like, brother, watch. You can see, brother. He was, Khabib's like, innit? Yeah. Take a look on it, boy. But no, that's this weekend. So, yeah, boy, fucking hell. Hour and 20 minutes we're on to now. So, I won't
mad, boy. Can I just say thanks for everyone as well? Just because I'm not very fucking good at the post-fight interview and stuff. And And I just like to say thank you to like fucking everyone that came down. Like Larry came down, give us a hand. Larry came down to give us a hand with cutting weight and just everything for the fight week. Kyle's just been helping me loads with like sparring, coaching as well with the with jiu-jitsu and stuff, and just like he helps like oversee everything as well. Like he's fucking such a good energy as well to have around fight week. You know, he knows what to say, when to say it and stuff. It's I feel like really fortunate to have him around, and yeah, it's fucking it's really good. I feel like I feel really fortunate to have a team I've got around me at the minute. Like it's the first time fighting under Ignite, and like Ryan Dunstan from Word Go starting the fight from Word Go, going to the gym with Ryan Dunstan. He's like giving me time from Word Go. You know, he's like organised sparring days from boys in Brizzy, with Lonnie, Aaron and stuff, and David jumping in. He's like everyone every time I go to the gym, they fucking welcome him and everything, you know. And he's really passionate about his coaching, and can't thank the guy enough. Like, you know, Ryan Doyle as well. Obviously, Ryan's gone now. You know, we give each other a lot of shit as well. But I think the fucking world of Ryan. He does like so much for me. You know, he's as well as a fucking coach. He's a bit of a part-time psychologist as well. When I'm having troubles with certain things with the fight game and stuff, you know what I mean? Whether you fucking have doubts or fucking whatever, I'm thinking, you know, if I'm just not sure about something, he's always there to be a helping hand. It means the world. Fuck, who else? It's all training partners, everyone at the gym with Ryan, Ignite, all the boys that come up from Gamebred as well to give me a hand. I obviously couldn't do it. Like, it's very much an individual sport, but I couldn't do it without everyone else. It's very much an individual sport in the night, but it's a team sport, you know, leading up to it. And obviously, what else is there? Yeah, just everyone sending me messages and stuff. I appreciate it loads. If I don't get back to people on Facebook, it's because I never really go on there. I just post things through my Instagram, and it goes on to the Facebook. So please don't think I'm rude if I don't reply to messages or things. I might see them, but Facebook drains the fucking life out of me. So I can't go on there. So I just post things to Instagram. And like, just lastly, just Lucy, she goes through everything with me. You know what I mean? She fucking through the everything through fight week leading up to the fight. You know, she goes through absolutely everything with me. You know, like, she feels the nerves and sees the highs and the lows, and I can't thank her enough. But yeah, that's that. And I couldn't do without her, to be honest. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. But yeah, thanks, Kerr.
No, that's awesome, bye. And I'll speak on the behalf of the Valley and, you know, even the country. Like, you did us all proud Saturday, bye. And yeah, I think, you know, like, everyone around the area is talking, you know, everyone knew about it. Everybody was tuning in, and yeah, you did us proud, bye. You did the country proud too. And, you know, seeing the Welsh flag around you as well, it's good. Makes the hair stand up in the arms. So good stuff, bye. Looking forward to seeing.
Sorry, one more thing as well. I just wanted to say as well, you know, like, since I've been training in Australia as well, it's like fucking every single gym I've gone into, whether it's been Noakes, Integrated, Ignite, fucking everywhere, they've always been like, the MMA community and stuff is fucking brilliant, boy. Like, from Word Goal, you've had this like fucking random Welsh bloke with a fucking lazy eye coming into the gym, not being able to understand them, but everyone everywhere has given me the fucking time of day, and it's I just can't thank everyone enough. And well done to Dan Hill on his fight as well. Phenomenal, boy. Absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, sorry, Kay, I didn't interrupt you.
Oh, that was a good win, hours for Dan too. I say it was a good night for all, I think, wasn't it? Javaya, he trains in the same gym as you too, does he? Yeah,
Javaya as well, yeah.
Yeah, so he had a good win. Dan as well, he's a friend of yours, isn't he? Used to train together, but he's on a different gym now, is it?
Yeah, Dan's a fucking beast of a boy, and he works fucking hard as well, like, you know, and there's no quitting the guy. I got a lot of respect for Dan. Yeah,
that's awesome, boy. So we'll wrap it up, boy. So no more shout outs. You're all good?
I think that's all good, boy.
You're all good? That's all good. Top man. Also, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, the CD Sport Podcast. And also, you can find and follow me on Instagram, also the CD Sport Podcast. Spread the word, spread the love. Thank you, John. thank you, Doyley. I know you're not here, but when you listen, thank you for coming on. And
He'll still be able to hear you with his ears anyway. He's still listening in.
He's still listening in. Top man. John Martin Fraser, everybody.